Oh, man. Man, that sucks. What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Sixth Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Rock'em. Your Orlando Magic fall 89-88 at the hands of the Miami Heat in a very strange game. A game that, on the one hand, against a lot of NBA teams, I think the Magic lose by a lot. On the other hand, if the Magic do a couple things better, they blow the Miami Heat out. Just a rough, strange game tonight, though at the same time very familiar. Turnovers a problem, missed threes a problem, and in the end it costs the Magic in this 1-point loss. Tyler Hero with the game winner with 0.5 of a second left, blah, 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 who cares. Jalen Suggs with a look there at the end to win it. I mean, talk about in and out. That thing rolls out. I don't know if it would have counted. I think he may have stalled the ball in his hands when the clock hit 0. I'm not 100% sure. That would have been something that had to be reviewed. But looking at it live, I thought he was late, so it might not have counted anyway. But a heartbreaker for the Magic, a game they really should have won. Miami is not a good basketball team right now. They made a lot of threes tonight, and that's what kept them in the game. But the Magic really should have put this game to bed in the first half, and they just refused to do so with all the turnovers. So disappointing night for the Magic. But at the same time, given the current situation with the Magic, I also find it hard to be fully, completely disappointed, right? Like, because the current roster situation with the injuries and all that kind of stuff, you feel like any game you win is kind of a miracle in itself. And so to be competitive tonight, I think is great. But at the same time, it was a very, 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 very winnable game. Magic just had to play a little cleaner, had to hit 1 or 2 more shots, maybe not get a certain technical, maybe make 1 or 2 more free throws. And it's not like the Magic win by 1 possession. They could have, again, won this by double figures if they were a little smarter with the basketball. But here we are. Yeah, welcome to the show. My name's Kevin. Glad you're here. This is our live post-game show after every single Orlando Magic game here on YouTube, and also now simulcasting, streaming over on Twitter/X. Glad you are here. This show is brought to you by Rock'em. I forgot to bring my new Rock'em socks. I got some Rock'em socks for Christmas. I mean, I bought them for myself, but I got some Florida State socks, got some Tampa Bay Lightning socks. They are the presenting sponsor of the Sixth Man Show Postgame Live. They're a Central Florida company based in Orlando where they make socks and underwear for some of your favorite teams and brands, including the Orlando Magic. But also, like I said, NHL, college teams, NFL as well. And then non-sports things. If you got a Disney fan or a Harry Potter fan or all kinds of whatever random pop culture reference you can think of, they've probably got socks and underwear for it. We just want you to use this code MAGIC20 when you shop at Rock'em.com because it'll give you 20% off your order. We've gotten a lot of messages on Instagram and @ on Twitter of people saying they purchase socks and underwear for the holidays using our code. So thank you all so much for doing that. That's a great way to support the show, and plus you get cool socks and underwear with it. So big shout out to Rock'em for supporting the show. All right. Yeah, what a bummer, huh? That the miraculous run had to come to an end at some point. We knew we weren't just going to win every game from here on out without Franz and Powell. When Franz and Powell come back, we won't lose again. But until then, just kidding. Tough night. Merritt's Cast says 18 missed threes in a row is an embarrassment. Yeah. I don't know if it finished at 18 or might have finished at 19. Regardless, neither one is great. You can't have that. Pretty rough. Lucius Arias says, Tyler, not my hero. Yeah, same. No, thank you. John Locke says, too many turnovers. Hate to see it. Yeah, the Magic end up with 21 turnovers, but the big story, 14 in the first half. 14 first half turnovers? What is that? I mean, horrible. Terrible. We got a super chat here from King the 7 says, hate to say it, but Cole took all our momentum early. Yeah, the Cinderella run for Cole over the last couple games came to a screeching halt tonight. That is for sure. Cole really, really struggled. And it's not just like a night, he didn't shoot the ball well, but did other things well. No, he was not great overall tonight. Not great at all. All right, let's see what else we got here. C. Thomas has got to solve our shooting problems. Where was Jet? I mean, the problem is Jet is as inconsistent as they come. Most nights he's not shooting the ball well. 1 out of every 4 or 5 nights he's shooting the ball well. And should we have given him a little bit more of a chance tonight? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe in that second half, once you realize Cole's not got anything going. I know Jet played 5 minutes, but it was an invisible 5 minutes. I don't remember him touching the basketball when he was on the floor. He didn't have a shot. Weird. Magic Beast says, Jalen Suggs lost us the game with those stupid fourth quarter threes. Yeah, those were... I just don't understand those. I really don't. Jalen also was the reason this was a close game down the stretch because he played pretty well on the night. Obviously, shooting from three was horrible, 2 of 12 from three. But everything else on the night, I thought Jalen was really good. He was aggressive, got to the rim, got to the foul line, just couldn't hit his three balls. And yeah, those fourth quarter threes, again, going for the home run, it's just not the way the Magic need to play basketball. That's again, part of why I'm frustrated is not just the turnovers, that especially in the first half, it's the fact that in spite of all that, this game was very winnable in the fourth quarter, in spite of all your turnovers through the first 4.5 quarters. The last half a quarter of this game, it was right there for the taking, and time again, the Magic made either poor decisions on offense or, mainly those Jalen Suggs threes. I think he had at least 2 really ill-advised ones. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. Yeah, I'm Jovi. I mentioned that just a second ago. Says the Jalen Suggs free throw miss and the Goga tech cost us in the end. Yeah, not super happy with Goga getting a tech there. Was he fouled on that? Probably. But at the same time, I think it was probably fair to get that tech because Jalen probably deserved a tech on 1 or 2 occasions tonight. The refs gave him a very long leash tonight. And so that was a little disappointing too. Jalen's just gotta be a little more under control there. But yeah, Goga gets a tech in the end, and the Magic lose by 1 in a game where that technical free throw really hurt. Nathan says, we need to make a move, man. We need some kind of consistency somewhere. Yeah, it's tough on nights like tonight where it's just Cole being an example, like has 2 good games in a row. Saturday was an elite game from Cole. And then tonight he's really bad, right? Anthony Black tonight, not great. Wendell, not great. Jet Howard, we already talked about him, just not great. And so a lot of those guys played really well over the last couple games, and I think you're right. Consistency is what this team really, really needs, which is tough. It's tough in a situation like this without Paolo and Franz. You just want a couple guys to be consistent, and it seems like we just don't have that. Matthew Thomas also says 16.7% from 3, unacceptable. Yep. But at the same time, not surprising. How many times have the Magic been between 15 and 20% from 3 this season? I can think of at least 3. Might be more than that. Like 10% of our games this season, we're shooting under. It's probably more than that. If you're talking about under 20%, it's probably like 5 games, maybe 6. So we're talking like 1/5 or 1/6 of our season, we're shooting under 20%. That's just off the top of my head. I don't know. Someone can go back and look through the stats, but that's what it feels like. It feels like we've had 5 or 6 games like this. It's just so painful. Daniel Hidalgo says, I hate the Heat so much. Yeah, welcome to the club. And now you have, in order to win the season series against Miami, you have to win in Miami later this year. When is that game? It's not that long from now, I don't think. I think that last Miami game is coming up soon. I think it's in January even. January, I don't know. I'll look it up. But yeah, I hate him. Hate him so much. Am I right about that? No, it's not in January. Oh, it is in January. January 27th. So in order to win the season series outright, the Magic have to win in Miami on January 27th. So that's a game to circle on the calendar. Chris D says, thanks. I hate it. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Trevelin Queen's a nice story and player, but can we not have him in on the last freaking possession? It's tough, okay? If you're talking about the last offensive possession, I 100% agree. I don't understand that. You need a quick catch and shoot shot. Is Trevelin Queen someone that can do that? Maybe. I don't know. As bad as Cole was tonight, I would have rather have a Cole out there. Again, he was really bad tonight, but if anyone is going to go 0 for 5 and then knock down the game winner with a quick shot with 0.5 of a second left, it's Cole Anthony. That's such a Cole Anthony thing to do. And so that was interesting. Defensively, I know some people are giving Trevelin Queen some crap for how he played Tyler Hero on that last possession. Was it perfect? No. Was it bad? I don't think it was that bad, right? At the end of the day, Tyler Hero was forced to make a fall-away jumper. Now, was there a little bit of space between him and Trevelin Queen? Yeah. But did Trevelin Queen still get up? Did Tyler Hero still have to shoot over him? Did Tyler Hero still have to fall away? Yes. I didn't think Trevelin Queen's defense was that bad in the last possession, and it was really good on Saturday, and it was mostly good tonight. There was a section of this game where Tyler Hero got a couple buckets on him, but that's going to happen. Tyler Hero's a fine player. But again, I thought overall, I didn't think Trevelin Queen was that bad defensively tonight. But I agree, offensively, is he the guy you want? Like, if Jalen Suggs didn't get open and you have to go to a second option, which is probably KCP, and KCP isn't open, then you probably potentially go to a Trevelin Queen. Is that what you want? I don't know. Maybe. Did he earn the right to be in that possession? Maybe. C. Thomas says, serious note, Caleb Houston is taking up a valuable roster spot. I do not disagree with you there. Depth is really important when you have a lot of injuries, and to be able to have a different option other than Caleb Houston would be really nice right now. I agree. Grits Baby says, Suggs lost this for us. Yes and no, right? Again, did the 2 of 12 lose you the game? It certainly didn't help. But if Jalen doesn't go, let's see, what did he do the rest? He went 8 for 10 from the field inside the three-point line and 7 of 8 from the free throw line with 4 boards, 2 assists, a steal. He did have 7 turnovers. Man, okay. Yikes. I didn't realize he had 7 turnovers. I knew it was a lot, but that is crazy. So he misses 10 threes and has 7 turnovers. All right, I'm listening. I'm listening a little more. Luke B says, and we started the game 3 of 3 from 3. Yeah, so you finished the game 2 for 27 over the last, 43 minutes of this game or whatever it was. Wild stuff. Wild. Santi says, ouch, always sucks to lose, but we are still doing great overall. Look at our record. Be thankful. We are where we are without our top players. The experience these guys are getting is fantastic. I 100% agree with that. The fact that this team coming into tonight was 3-3 without, 3-3 in their last 6 without, Franz has been out for 6 games. That's right. 3-3 without Franz and Paolo together. That's amazing. To even sit here 3-4 after this loss tonight and you lose by 1, I think is another Christmas miracle. I don't know how this team has done it, especially considering the opponents. Like the fact that the Orlando Magic have beaten the Phoenix Suns, the Miami Heat, and the Boston Celtics without Paolo and Franz over the last couple weeks is crazy. It's crazy. And 1 possession loss to the Bucks, although we had Franz for that. Did we have Franz? When did Franz go down? We did not have Franz for that game. We did have Franz for that game, So I think I'm getting myself all confused now. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. But what I'm getting at is you have a close loss against Milwaukee. You have a 1-point loss tonight against Miami. It squeezed in there. You had a pretty ugly loss against the Knicks. The OKC game was a multiple possession game, so that one wasn't close. But regardless, like the Magic are in a lot of these games, and for that, I just gotta give him credit. Daniel Hidalgo says, I can't do it today. I really can't. See y'all next time. First time I really can't. I don't blame you. It's always stinks to lose to Miami, but especially to lose on a Tyler Hero game winner. Gross. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, Clayton says, Alec Burks, Heat career high. Used to do the same thing on the Pistons against us. Yeah, hated seeing that. Hated seeing Alec Burks torch us again. Rough. Swa says, graphic jinx from the truck. Yeah, what was with that? Hate to see that, guys. Come on, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm jovial. That tech by Goga killed us, but also the refs are so soft. Handing out techs left and right this year. Again, the Goga tech was really fast. Who knows what he said? But they let Jalen Suggs run his mouth the entire second half and maybe in part of the first half. I don't remember. I was shocked Jalen did not get a technical. I thought he deserved a technical. He was very demonstrative, and they let it go. So I'll give him credit for that. Absolutely give him credit for that. Fake Mike Real News says, Trevelin is the man, amazing defense, and he can drive to the rim. Again, I'm not on the let's yank Trevelin off the floor after tonight train. I still thought he was just fine. Perfect? No, but I thought he did a fine job. Quentin says Rockham should charge more for Heat socks just to spite their fan base. Hey, I'll put in a word with Rockham, see what they can do. Or just not sell Miami Heat socks. That'd be awesome. They have 29 NBA teams, everyone except Miami. Tristan Strange says Tristan Da Silva looked timid. I think in the later part of this game, I 100% agree, which is disappointing because I thought early in this game, he was not, I wouldn't call him super aggressive, but he was more assertive. Made a lot of great plays in this game. A couple great finishes at the rim. Would love to see him continue that over the course of the whole game. Duval says, when you have a huge lead, you got to shut the door and crush them. 100% agree. That's why I'm disappointed on that. Because the Magic go up 14-0 to start the game. Largest lead of the game was 17, I believe. They should have put this game away in the first half. But again, they turned the ball over 14 times in the first half and just gifted Miami opportunity after opportunity to get back in this game. And that's exactly what they did. Let him back in the game, and it ended up costing him in the end. Rough. Chris D says, when you have J.I. and A.B. on the bench and Suggs and KCP on the floor and Queen is guarding Tyler Hero on the last shot. Again, guys, I hear you and I understand it. It's a 50-50 thing for me, right? Could you have put A.B. or KCP or Jalen Suggs on Tyler Hero on that last play? Sure. Did Trevelin Queen hold Tyler Hero 0 for 8 in their last matchup in the fourth quarter? Yes. Trevelin Queen has played terrific defense on Tyler Hero. Did it for half a game on Saturday. Did it in stretches tonight. For me, I'm not saying, there's no doubt Trevelin Queen should have been on Tyler Hero. And I'm not saying, anyone else should have been on. I'm saying, to me, it's a 50-50 thing, right? Like, he played him so well before. He played him well in stretches tonight. I didn't personally mind it. But at the same time, if you put Jalen Suggs or KCP on him, I wouldn't mind that either. It's kind of one of the benefits of having a lot of good defensive pieces, right? Like, you can put different guys on him and see how it goes. I didn't mind that, honestly. I really didn't. But I understand if you did, right? He is a G League player, so I get it. Tobias says Suggs had a great first half. The second half was terrible. Ended up with 7 turnovers and terrible decision-making. He cost us. I'm not going to argue with that. Down the stretch, ill-advised shots. Again, trying to go for the home run instead of the single, as the Magic phrase has been over the last couple seasons. Turnovers, yeah, not great. Oh, man. Swa says, let's get NYC mad. Maybe our first win on the stupid-looking pants. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, but what I'm getting at is we do play the Knicks tomorrow. It's a little home back-to-back, so no rest for the Magic. They got to turn right around and play against the New York Knicks, who had today off. They played at home yesterday, obviously on Christmas Day, beating the San Antonio Spurs. Rael says, should have went for an oop at the end. I was kind of hoping for that, honestly. Like, Goga's a big dude. He's taller than Bam. I know Bam's athletic. But I would have loved to see something like that. Either Goga at the rim or, heck, Jalen's an athlete. Get Jalen a little curl and I'm trying to remember which side they inbounded from. But either way, get him action going around and get a screen and go up on the backside of the rim. I mean, why not? I kind of wanted that too. I really did. But that was not in the action. At least I didn't see it in the action at all. It looked like they got what they wanted. They wanted that Jalen shot in the corner, and it almost went in. PW says, I get annoyed every time I see Gary on the bench. Yeah, Gary misses, I think it was his 13th straight game. He's been questionable for like 7 straight games, I want to say. Like, stop it with the questionable stuff, man. Just stop it. Just say he's out or he's in. This whole questionable thing is annoying. Nathan Rivera says, tired of Suggs getting over emotional as well. Makes me feel like he's losing his grip on the game when he gets emotional like that. I'm with you. There are stretches. We saw this. What game was it where he took himself out of the game with that foul? Who was that? Was that New York? That was New York. the Jalen Brunson, because that's who he was guarding, was Jalen Brunson. There were stretches of this game, it felt similar to that tonight, which stinks. Really stinks, but I agree. Matt Harmon says they just replayed the Suggs final three. No way he got it off in time. Okay, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I thought it was no good from the start, which is, again, why I wanted something going to the rim, but oh well. All right, guys, let's take a break from the chat. Let's check out the box score here. And yeah, when it comes to three-point shooting, got to hide the kids. This is going to be rated R. The three-point shooting stats are going to be rated R tonight. So, Tristan, again, I thought he was good for a lot of the game. I wish we got more of him in the fourth quarter. Ends up with 18.6 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 7 of 12 from the field. Did have 4 turnovers. That's too many for a guy that didn't do a whole lot of handling the basketball as far as like initiating offense or whatever, but a couple of his passes were ill-advised, and this is the way it goes. Trevelin Queen, 8 points for him, 4 of 8 from the field, does go 0 of 3 from 3, 3 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, only 1 turnover in 37 minutes, guys. Like, I cannot sit here and think that Trevelin Queen was the problem tonight. I just can't. You can't convince me of that. I thought he was just totally solid once again. Let's see. We had Goga. Goga was really, really good. 10 points, 14 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. If anything, there were a couple possessions I thought the Magic should have fed Goga the ball. When there were a couple switches, when once Bam was on somebody else and he'd have, take your pick, whether it was Tyler Hero or Alec Burks or whatever, he had a smaller guy on him. I'd love to see him back him down and just, I mean, he did it on Saturday as part of that comeback. Did it a couple times. I'd love to see that. Didn't happen tonight. KCP, really quiet. Started 0 for 3 from 3. Hit that huge 3 to make this a game again. Yeah, Magic really needed that one big time. So I'll give him credit for that. But outside of that, I would have loved to see more from him in the first 30 minutes of his time on the floor. Let me interrupt here. We did just get a super chat from Doger. Says, Gary had his feelings hurt and will be reevaluated. Rip. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's funny. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, man, yeah. Gary's questionable because his feelings are hurt. Come back soon, Gary. Hey, Gary could have been the difference in this game. Who knows? Who the heck knows? Anyone can step up on any night for this team, and if it was Gary, it wouldn't have surprised me. But he can't step up if he's in street clothes. Jalen, we've talked a lot about him tonight. I'm not going to spend too much more on that. I'll just go over the stats. 29 points for him, 10 of 22 from the field, 2 of 12 from 3. That's 16%. 7 of 8 from the line, 4 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and 7 turnovers. Yikes. Cole doesn't score, goes 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 3 boards, 2 assists, 4 turnovers in 11 minutes. Come on, brother. Man, oh man. 11 turnovers between Jalen and Cole. AB, very quiet night for him. 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Again, I'd love to see Anthony Black just try to get to the rim more. Like, I feel like when he gets to the rim, good things happen. Plays less than 14 minutes tonight, though. Jonathan Isaac, offensively, not doing well. Not doing well lately. I know the Magic have been playing well lately, in spite of all the injuries, but Jonathan Isaac has not been a contributor to that, offensively at least. Does not score tonight, just takes 1 shot, 13 minutes. A team worst minus 12 in 13 minutes, by the way. Not it. Not it for J.I. Wendell plays 15 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field. Just scores 5 points. Corey Joseph, I thought his first possession was bad, but then after that, he was pretty good for the rest of his 7 minutes and 41 seconds. Ends up with 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, a big 3. He broke the streak of 19 missed threes, so I'll give him credit for that. And then Jet Howard, we talked about him earlier, just getting 5 minutes tonight and being scoreless. Yeah. Bench was just bad, right? 12 points from the bench tonight and just bad overall. Bench has 6 turnovers And these guys aren't playing a ton of minutes. Like AB plays the most with basically 14 minutes. It stinks because like Tristan Da Silva played just under 39 minutes tonight. We play tomorrow. Trellin Queen plays 37 minutes. We play tomorrow. Luckily, they were able to keep Goga, KCP, and Jalen at 32 minutes, so that's a positive. But tomorrow, we've got to get some more from Cole Anthony. We've got to get some more from Anthony Black. We've got to get some more from Jonathan Isaac and Wendell Carter Jr. if we're going to have a chance to beat the New York Knicks. That's going to be tough, man. Second night of a back-to-back. Woof. All right, Magic win the first quarter, and that's it, right? Yep. No, they won the second quarter, too. Excuse me. But in the second half, all Miami, they outscored the Magic by, 12? Yeah, 12 in the second half to win by 1. Magic do get 44 points in the paint to Miami's 24, but that's only, actually, I didn't look at this. What was Miami's final shooting numbers? 15 of 30 from 3. 15 of 30. They made 10 more threes. They got 30 more points from the three-point line than the Orlando Magic. 30. It's a miracle that the Magic were even in this game. Crazy stuff. Magic get 18 fast break points, led by as many as 17. It's those bench points that killed the Magic 41-12 in favor of Miami. Turnovers pretty much even. That's the way the Magic were in this game by forcing 20 turnovers for the Heat, but it's 21 turnovers for the Magic that really cost them in the end and led to 25 points off turnovers for Miami. All right, let's check out some scores from around the league. Let's see the final scores here. The Wizards beat the Hornets. Wow, what a battle in our nation's capital. 113-110. The 5-win Wizards beat the 7-win Hornets. Sheesh. Thunder beat the Pacers. Pacers are frauds. I mean, not that losing to the Thunder is any embarrassment because everybody does it. They're 24-5, but I'm just saying, like, the Pacers were on a little bit of a run, and then a good team comes to town, and Pacers are just not a good basketball team this year. Coming up here to the games that are still going on. Rockets destroying the Pelicans. Speaking of bad basketball teams, Pelicans are a different breed. Bucks on top of the Nets right now. Grizzlies are destroying the Raptors, another terrible basketball team. Hawks up 8. Looks like they're going to beat the Bulls. And then, yes, the Miami Heat beat the Orlando Magic. 89-88 in an old school defensive showdown. I have lost my mouse. There it is. Okay, let's check out the standings here, see what tonight's game has done. That puts the Magic 2 games back of the New York Knicks tomorrow when the Magic play the Knicks. If the Magic were able to win, that gets them back down to 1 game back of the 3 seed. If they were to lose, they will drop to 3 games back of the 3 seed. Tomorrow's actually really big game. And let's see, the Magic have played them twice already. So when it comes to the season series, we're 0-2. So tomorrow's really big. Tomorrow's really, really big, actually. If we want to have a chance of evening up the season series, because we do play one more time at MSG, we'd have to win tomorrow and win. I believe it's January 6th when the Magic play at MSG. So tomorrow's a huge, huge game. Huge for the standings, huge for head-to-head. And again, it's tough. Second night of a back-to-back for the Magic. The Knicks did have to travel today, so there's that, but still, it's going to be tough. Anyway, Magic 4 games back of the Celtics, whom they just beat. And now just 1 game up on the Bucks, but the Bucks game is not final, right? Yeah, it's still going in the fourth quarter, so they could be just a half game up on the 5 seed Milwaukee Bucks. And you'll also notice the Magic are only 2 games up on the Miami Heat. Not great. But again, to be expected, considering who Orlando Magic have on their roster right now. It's just kind of the way it goes. All right, let's go to the chat one more time. Let's see what else you got tonight. Dizzy says only 100, quote unquote, only 110 viewers right now. Feels like the good old cozy Sixth Man Show times. So happy for you guys and the growth of the show. Thank you so much, Dizzy. Obviously, shout out to you and all the OGs that have been here for a long time. And hey, look, it's the real ones that come on here after an Orlando Magic loss with a game winner by Tyler Hero. Those are the real ones that come to the Sixth Man Show Postgame Live. So shout out to the, again, 110 of you or so on YouTube and the several hundred of you over on X as well. Shout out to all of you for hanging out with us tonight. Duval says, I wish J.I. was guarding Hero. Last season, yes, I'm with you. This season, J.I. is just not the same. He's not the same defender, at least to me, to my eyes, he added the weight in the offseason, looks a step slower, looks like he doesn't have quite the same bounce or athleticism that we saw in the tail end of last season. Would he have done a fine job on Tyler Hero? Probably. But I'm not so sure anymore, right? Like last season, I'd have been like, yeah, J.I. should be on every player. He can guard 1 through 5. But this season, I just don't feel like he's the same. He has not been as impactful defensively as we're used to. Let's see. The only hero says, saw a video that Paolo is doing more on the court activity, so shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I hope so. Man, I hope so. King the Seventh says, Queen got held on that last play. I feel like he definitely deserved his minutes tonight. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have any problem with it. All right, let's see. Okay, whatever. We got one troll here. Let's see. Chris says, tell me we go 3-4 7 games ago and tell me you wouldn't be happy. Exactly what I'm saying. Especially when you consider those 7 games. Think about the opponents over the last 7 games. Phoenix, Milwaukee, New York, OKC, Miami, Boston, Miami. I just did it off the top of my head. Look at me go. All those teams, those are all playoff teams. Several of them are elite teams, right? And you go 3-4 without Paolo and Franz. It's an absolute miracle. Absolute miracle. I'm with you. Clayton says, what did you think of Mosley's challenge on Suggs 3-point attempt? That's a great question. It was 50-50, man. It was 50-50. It's one of those things, if they don't call it on the floor, it's not like, obviously it's not like football. It wouldn't be reviewed if it wasn't called. But if it was like football, and I think they just ended up going with the call on the floor. But man, it was close, right? Like the problem is that was a wide stance from Jalen. I don't think it was a full kick out, but it was a wide stance, and it's just not his natural shooting stance. There are some guys that do shoot threes like that. But it was pretty clear that he was in that wider stance to try to get some contact. And so at the end of the day, I think it was probably just slightly the right call, but by the thinnest of margins. The thinnest of margins. Rough. Ryle says we wasted a bad performance by Bam. Yeah. Not just bad performance by Bam, like credit the Magic. Just absolutely putting the clamps on Bam again. Dojer says, would have been an absolutely insane dub. We've been blessed these past few games. Yeah. Truly, man. That would have been crazy. Especially if that shot from Jalen, again, I don't think it would have counted. But if he had gotten it off in time and it went in, that would have been just the storybook time here for this team would have been just, it would have been continued. It would have been awesome. Who Josiah says we desperately need 3-point shooting. Yeah. Miguel says, what should we do with Jet? It's a great question. Great question. I don't know, man. It's too early to say I'm out on someone, but I'm certainly not impressed. Which stinks. Because on paper, he should do everything that the Magic need. But the consistency is just a problem. Real problem. Oh well. Yeah, Dizzy says, Kevin with the quick maths. I do it sometimes. Jess Fig says, me and my husband tune in after every game. We'd love it here, win or lose. Hit the like button, guys. Let's go Magic. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate that. Love that you guys hang out, especially as a couple. That's so nice. So nice. Appreciate that. Yeah, hit the like button if you're hanging out with us here. Getting ready to wrap this one up. Man, 36 minutes. Sheesh. Yeah, we're definitely going to wrap this one up, especially because we got to do this again all tomorrow. Hopefully after a win. Vibrant Star says, do you think Magic players watch this show? Absolutely not. There are a couple Magic players that know the show and have been on the show, and maybe they see random clips on social media, but no, I do not believe any Magic players sit here and watch this live stream after Magic games. I can tell you, I really don't. Last one for the night says, man, I miss JJ Redick, Mike Miller, Pat Garrity, Dennis Scott. The common theme for those guys, all 3-point shooters. That would be nice to have some more consistent 3-point shooters. But hey, is what it is. Magic lose tonight. It's a bummer, especially to lose to Miami, but they get another chance tomorrow. Like I said, huge game. Magic host the Knicks. It's a home back-to-back. If you're in Central Florida, go to Kia Center. Drown out the Knicks fans. You know they're going to be there. So you show up too. But yeah, win, lose, doesn't matter. We'll be right back here after that one. But until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And of course, let's go Magic.